Hey guys, Box90 here with more Dragon's Maze spoilers. So we have day 2 of our spoilers. I'm honestly not going to keep track of days, but it's the second day. So we have 4 spoilers that I could see. We have Sin Collector first. It's 1 a white and a black for a 2/1 human cleric. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand. You do choose an instant or sorcery card from it and exile that card. Wow, that's pretty darn powerful. If I remember, cards like Duress and Despise and Hand of Kozilek, all those sort of types of cards saw play and were very powerful. This one doesn't even discard it, this exiles it outright. There's tons of good instants and sorceries, so I can definitely see that being used. Obviously, it's potentially a constructed playable card. I think it actually could potentially see play just because being able to take out their bonfire or whatever and exile it, really, really nice. It also prevents any flashback, which is still in standard as of now because of Innistrad. So that's also really good. And it's not that expensive, so I do think it's constructed playable. If it will be is another story, but it is. And of course, in limited and sealed, I think it's pretty solid as well. And otherwise, it's almost guaranteed to hit something in EDH, so I'm sure it could be a solid utility card, but I'll probably get to EDH Commander stuff. As I said, I usually do countdowns and or discussion of EDH stuff later when I have more cards to work with, but this one will probably be on that list just because I think it's a good functional utility. I'm a little sad that it's a 1 toughness. I would actually prefer 2 toughness, but you can't win them all. With the other 3 cards we have, am I going to get to them one at a time? We have, first off, Master of Cruelties. So we have another Kaalia card, yay, as if we need more of those. It's 3 a black and a red for a 1/4, first strike Death Touch Demon. It's mythic, by the way. And whenever, it can only attack alone. And whenever it attacks a player and isn't blocked, the player's life total becomes 1 and it does no combat damage. Okay, so as I said, it's Kaalia. Okay, pretty much Kaalia gets around the attack clause on her first strike. She attacks, puts him into play attacking. He's first strike, death touch, so he's almost guaranteed to kill whatever is in his way. And ideally, if you do it the first turn Kaalia attacks, they'll be trying to block. They'll have to choose between either him or leaving Kaalia alive, so that alone is fantastic. And of course, if he does get through, then it's pretty much game over. But even if he doesn't, the first strike death touch means that it's very difficult to kill him, because even if you do block, chances are he'll just hit first, do the death touch damage, and then he'll be fine. Very, very powerful mythic. I don't know constructed playable how it is, because I don't know how powerful Rakdos is. Rakdos like colors at this moment are or will be, but I could see him topping out a Rakdos deck on the curve, potentially in constructed. Obviously in limited he's absurd. He's definitely a win con in that format. And again, Kaalia EDH gonna be a thing. Another potential money card, although I don't know, we still have Armada Worm around, but Advent of the Worm is 1/2 green and a white for an instant that puts a 5/5 green worm token with trample into play. So obviously you see it's 4 for a 5/5 essentially, and it's a token, so you could populate it. I still think Armada Worm is probably better at this point just because it's 1 more mana and it puts 2 of them into play, and one of them's a token, so you can populate it anyway. If I'm missing something that makes this better than Armada Worm, then sure, but I'm pretty sure Armada Worm is just flat out better. Of course, for budget, this will probably be for more casual players since it's a regular rare. It's easier to lay hands on. Pretty neat, though. I really like how the art works. And the final card, we have a champion from Simic. Vorel of the Hullclade. That's a mouthful. Very, very cool, though, and I really love the artwork. It's awesome. He's 1 a green and a blue for a 1/4. Human Merfolk. Human. 1 blue and 1 green to tap him. Each counter on target artifact, creature, or land, put another of those counters on that permanent. Wow. For each counter on target artifact, creature, or land. That's for each one. So if you have multiples, then he can put multiple. But of course it means you can't just, if he has 3 1/1 counters, you can't put 3 more 1/1 counters. But of course if you have different types of counters, that could work. So if you have, you have planeswalkers, you have creatures that you have multiple types of counters on. Wow, it's very solid, really solid utility. The 1/4 is really nice too. I almost, again, I wish they would just give a 5 toughness to put it out of Mizzy and Mortar death range, but I can understand why it's a 1/4. It's reasonably costed, it'll be a solid blocker, and its ability makes it utility functional anyway. Really good, has to be worked into a deck, but since Simic works with the counters, he seems like he goes right up the alley. Very flavorful, very cool. Anyway, I know it's a little longer, but those are our 4 spoilers. So let me know what you think of these 4 cards. I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far of Dragon's Maze. Let me know if you are too, and your general thoughts below in the comment section. And stay tuned for future spoilers videos. Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.